motion open?
Yep.
Second? All those in favor?
Second. Aye.
All right. Good evening and welcome. Today is Wednesday, May 24th. This is the Hendrick Hudson Board of Education meeting. If we could all please stand for the pledge. Thank you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. This is just a quick public session, and it's to get some things taken care of, and then move on to some personnel issues.
Yeah, this is one of the times where, because of where the calendar falls, we had 3 weeks in between regularly scheduled board meetings, and because of some timely personnel matters we had to approve and get other things in order, we wanted to have a quick meeting just to keep things rolling along before our next regularly scheduled meeting on June 7th.
Okay. So the first would be the consent agenda. Are there any items anybody would like removed from the consent agenda? Okay, then can I get a motion to approve the items on the consent
So
agenda?
moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And that brings us to audience comments.
That's us?
Yes, please come to the podium and give us your name and address, and
Address.
say as you do, yeah.
Mhm.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Hickey. My address is 194 Cortlandt Street, Croton on Hudson. And I really just was coming for some information. There was that email that was going around through the parents at Frank G. Lindsay about a 6-day rotation that might occur. The email that I received was saying that there would be a decrease in music classes.
Okay.
Not quite sure if that's
Email?
true.
Joe, do you-
Facebook, not email.
It's Facebook. That, to be honest, that might be an email.
No,
Something that we
it's
were
an
going.
email.
Yeah,
It's
there's,
an email.
but there was conversation. It was something that was touched upon briefly at the elementary report a couple of weeks ago, and was going to be discussed further at
June
the
7th.
June 7th.
on the June 7th.
Yeah. Also, are you a parent of a
I am
student
a
at Frank G? Okay, so Donna Teresi is going to send either an email or a hard copy letter home tomorrow or Friday, inviting you and any other parents to one of 2 meetings to talk about this matter. What I'll say at this point, because most of your questions and the details will be shared at that Frank G meeting. I don't have it on me, but there's one meeting in the morning for folks who can come and one in the evening. What I can tell you is what I saw was being circulated around was misinformation and alternative facts in the spirit of today's political environment. There was a
Fake
document.
news.
There was a document that was created that had no author assigned to it, and the information's false. So.
Okay.
When you come to the meeting, if you can come to the meeting at Frank G, Donna's going to walk everyone through what the plans are. She'll walk you through how the minutes add up, and sort of the flow of the schedule and the rationale for why we would go that way. The Frank G meeting is June 6th at 10:30 in the morning, or at 6 p.m.
That's
Then
it.
it will further be discussed at the
Board
there's any
meeting, June
questions
7th.
at the board meeting on
the
June
next day.
7th.
Yep.
Okay. And my last comment was, thank you so much for keeping us informed about Indian Point and everything that you do. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pray.
Yeah, you can. I just didn't know if it was the same question or if there was some.
Yep.
Good night.
Take care.
Thank you.
Okay, that brings us to our superintendent's report.
I'll keep it brief, but for the first time, I think ever, our girls lacrosse team is going to the sectional championship game. And that is with first-year head coach Rob Malfetta, who is our technology teacher at the middle school, but also because of many good seasons from a number of staff, including Mary Hanovich, who was the varsity coach for a couple of years. She's a teacher of ours at BV. Rob, the last name is
Porter.
Rob Porter, who's been part of our program and also part of the community program, and even an alumni of the board, Carson Jacobs. So a lot of the hard work and effort from the girls and parents throughout, from community teams up to our school teams. It's a really big deal. They upset the number 1 seed yesterday, and they were losing big, and I think they won 9-7 or 8-6. So,
Awesome.
and
It is a cohesive group.
Yeah.
They're a good group.
Yep, good group, and,
Great.
and they're deep, and they run a program, meaning the kids on the JV team and the modified team, they understand, the values and the direction of the program. That's really, really important. It's not disparate teams that just happen to be playing girls lacrosse. So it's a really big deal, and they'll be playing, I think, tomorrow night in Yorktown. Yep.
Very nice.
So we'll keep you in the loop, and I'll save other comments for larger.
You're an alumni parent. You're an alumni parent of that team, aren't you?
Yes.
Not of lacrosse.
No? Okay, Bill is.
You have 3 girls through that program.
So let them know their alma mater is going to the championship game.
Will
It's
do.
taking no
Cool.
prisoners, hopefully.
That's right.
Awesome.
Okay, so that brings us to committee reports.
Wait, do you have any more?
I'm going to save the rest for
Okay.
He
when
said
we
that.
have an audience.
Oh, okay.
Committee reports, I know that there was policy, but I'm sure that we'll be discussing that at the next,
Yes.
in the 7th. I don't think there's been too much else. It's only been a week since our last meeting. So the presentation and discussion, there's really nothing. It's just,
Yeah, it's the reorg. What we wanted to do was have a discussion, and if we can decide tonight, great. If not, we're
On
going to
dates.
need to decide in 2 weeks. Our reorg meeting, we try to do board meetings on Wednesdays. The Wednesday that we tentatively scheduled for the reorg meeting would be Wednesday, July 12th, which is okay. But if we wanted to push
Late.
for a reorg meeting the week before, what makes that week very, very goofy is July 4th is on a Tuesday. So having a Monday meeting is sort of,
That's not happening.
Having a Wednesday meeting could
still a little
happen,
tight,
but still
everybody's
tight.
coming back.
So the discussion is, do we want to break our tradition of a Wednesday meeting and have a reorg meeting on Thursday,
July 6th.
July 6th, or do you want to check your calendars and get back and we'll decide in 2 weeks?
So-
Well, and we'll talk about our retreat later in terms of the topics, because I think they're going to be different going forward than what they have been in the rearview mirror. But
And
Yeah,
you're going to
sorry.
be sending out dates for that retreat pretty soon, so that we can get that, again, sooner rather than later.
yeah, I'm
Right.
meeting with the BOCES folks to plan it, and I can, send an email letting
Float
you
out a
know
couple
where
of
we're at.
dates.
Yep.
We have
Totally
many
different
different
focus.
topics to talk about, and I think the whole focus of the way the meetings are going to be done and conducted is going to be completely different.
And the
We
topics
talked about
And
that.
the Indian Point
will
issue.
be quite a driver, yeah. So I think right now, again,
I don't
we'll
think
find the
it's gonna be
topic, we'll
anything
work
the
on the
same.
topics, and then just float some dates for people.
Okay.
Actually, if you could, what it would be helpful, have you guys provided your availability dates? Perhaps if you could send that in to Roseanne and Joe. and
Yeah,
then
if
we
you can
work-
send an email to Roseanne and I of when you're definitely not here.
When you're not
We
available, so
already-
we can sort of back
We already
into
spoke
dates.
with Corey, so we have his window.
So if we can back into those dates, that might be a little, so we're not just flying blind putting those out. So,
That's
all
good.
right, thank you.
Okay.
All right, so we'll keep it on the 12th. Okay? All right, that brings us to audience comments. Okay. So then can I get a motion to close and move to exec?
Yep.
Second?
Mm.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Excuse me, but before we do, just our next meeting will be 2 weeks from
Same time.
tonight on Wednesday, June 7th. Okay, thank you.